In a world where traditional roles and expectations often dictate our choices, Sigma males emerge as the enigmatic outliers, challenging societal norms with their unique approach to life. But what drives these lone wolves to shy away from the institution of marriage, a convention embraced by many? Delve into the enigmatic mind of the Sigma male to uncover the reasons behind their aversion to tying the knot. Sigma males, often characterized by their independence, self-reliance, and a penchant for living outside the societal hierarchy, navigate through life following their own set of rules. Unlike their alpha and beta counterparts, who may actively seek out or naturally fit into traditional social structures, including marriage, Sigma males tread a different path. This divergence is not born out of disdain for companionship or love, but from a profound understanding of self and an unwavering commitment to personal freedom and authenticity. This exploration seeks to unveil the layers behind Sigma males' avoidance of marriage, reflecting on how their intrinsic values, perception of freedom, and quest for genuine connections dictate their stance on matrimony. By delving into the psyche of the Sigma male, we aim to illuminate the nuanced reasons that marriage, with its conventional expectations and bindings, often finds little resonance with these solitary wanderers. Number 20. The aspiration for creative freedom and the avoidance of routine. Sigma males often have a deep-seated need for creative expression and an aversion to the monotony that can accompany traditional lifestyles, including marriage. They thrive on innovation, exploration, and the freedom to pursue their creative passions without restraint. For many Sigma males, the routine and predictability associated with married life, such as shared responsibilities, daily schedules, and long-term planning, can feel like a cage that stifles their creative spirit. They fear that the compromises and adjustments required in a marriage could limit their ability to spontaneously pursue creative projects or change their life's direction in pursuit of inspiration. This desire for creative autonomy influences their stance on marriage, as they prioritize their need for an unstructured life that nurtures their creative endeavors over the stability and predictability that marriage might offer. Number 19. The emphasis on personal space and solitude for reflection. Sigma males place a high value on their personal space and the solitude that allows for deep reflection and introspection. They view these periods of solitude as essential for personal growth, mental clarity, and the cultivation of their inner life. Marriage, by its very nature, involves sharing one's life closely with another person, which can significantly reduce the amount of personal space and solitude available. For Sigma males, the prospect of having less time and space for solitude is a serious concern, as it can impede their ability to reflect, recharge, and maintain their mental and emotional well-being. This need for personal space and solitude is not a rejection of intimacy or companionship, but a recognition of their own requirements for maintaining balance and inner peace. Consequently, the decision to avoid marriage is often driven by a desire to preserve this essential aspect of their lives, ensuring they remain true to themselves and their needs. Number 18. The quest for global exploration and unrestricted freedom. Sigma males often possess an insatiable desire to explore the world, seeking experiences that broaden their horizons and deepen their understanding of different cultures and philosophies. This longing for exploration extends beyond mere travel. It's about living life on their own terms, free from the constraints that traditional commitments like marriage can impose. They value the ability to make spontaneous decisions, from last-minute trips to changing their life's direction on a whim. The idea of marriage, often associated with settling down and adhering to a more predictable life pattern, can seem antithetical to the essence of what it means to truly live freely. Sigma males see the world as a vast playground of possibilities, and they are reluctant to exchange this boundless freedom for a lifestyle that might limit their ability to experience life's myriad adventures. Number 17. The value placed on intellectual autonomy and the fear of ideological conformity. Sigma males prize their intellectual freedom and the ability to think and act independently of societal norms and expectations. They often view marriage as an institution that could potentially stifle their intellectual autonomy, fearing that the compromise and shared decision-making inherent in a marital relationship might lead to a dilution of their beliefs and values. This concern extends beyond mere disagreement on everyday matters. It touches on a deeper fear of ideological conformity, where maintaining harmony in the relationship could come at the cost of suppressing their own thoughts and convictions. Sigma males are wary of any situation that might require them to compromise their intellectual integrity, preferring instead to remain autonomous, where their ideas can flourish without restraint. This emphasis on intellectual independence is a key factor in their hesitation to embrace marriage, as they prioritize the preservation of their individuality and the freedom to pursue their intellectual interests unimpeded. Number 16. The value placed on freedom and the aversion to societal constraints. Sigma males highly value their freedom and autonomy, traits that they see as essential to their identity and way of life. This deep appreciation for personal liberty informs their skepticism towards marriage, which they often perceive as an institution fraught with societal expectations and legal bindings that could encroach upon their independence. They are wary of the traditional marital framework that, in their eyes, imposes roles, duties, and obligations that might not align with their intrinsic values and personal goals. Sigma males are not opposed to the idea of love or lifelong companionship. Rather, they seek a form of relationship that respects their need for space, freedom, and the ability to live according to their own rules. This perspective drives them to question the conventional path of marriage, favoring relationships that offer mutual respect for autonomy and individual growth without the weight of societal expectations. Number 15. The quest for a partnership of equals and the rejection of traditional roles. Sigma males envision a relationship dynamic that is vastly different from traditional models, which often delineate clear roles and expectations based on gender. They seek a partnership of equals, where both individuals bring their strengths to the table, support each other's ambitions, and share responsibilities in a way that is fluid and based on mutual respect rather than societal norms. Sigma males reject the idea that one's role in a relationship should be predetermined by gender stereotypes. They believe that such traditional constructs can stifle personal and collective growth within a partnership. This vision of an egalitarian relationship extends to their view on marriage. They are hesitant to enter into a union that might not live up to these ideals. For Sigma males, a meaningful relationship is one where both partners are free to be their authentic selves, pursue their individual goals, and support each other without the constraints of traditional marital roles. This pursuit of equality and mutual respect is at the heart of their reluctance to marry, as they seek a connection that transcends conventional expectations. Number 14. The longing for deep, meaningful connections beyond superficiality. Sigma males often harbor a deep yearning for connections that transcend the superficial interactions that pervade much of society. They seek relationships that are rich in depth, understanding, and genuine emotional intimacy. In their view, marriage, as it is commonly practiced, can sometimes fail to guarantee this level of connection, becoming more about fulfilling societal expectations than about the profound union of two souls. Sigma males fear the commodification of relationships, where the intrinsic value of a deep, meaningful connection is overshadowed by external validations such as wedding ceremonies, status, and material symbols of union. Their avoidance of marriage is thus not a dismissal of love or connection, but a rejection of the superficial layers that can obscure the essence of what it means to truly be with another. They hold out for relationships that promise not just companionship but a meeting of minds and spirits, where the bond is continually nurtured and deepened beyond the confines of societal labels. Number 13. A critical view of the changing landscape of relationships and marriage. In the contemporary world, where the definitions and dynamics of relationships are constantly evolving, Sigma males maintain a critical perspective on these shifts, especially regarding marriage. They observe the increasing rates of divorce, the complexities of modern relationships, and the changing roles within partnerships with a critical eye. This scrutiny is not born out of cynicism, but from a desire to understand the true nature and value of a lifelong commitment in today's context. Sigma males question whether the traditional model of marriage still holds the same significance and if it can withstand the pressures of modern society. Their reluctance to marry stems from a deep-seated skepticism about entering into an institution that appears increasingly unstable and incompatible with their values of freedom, authenticity, and personal growth. Instead of taking a path well trodden by tradition, Sigma males seek to define their own relationship paradigms that resonate with their worldview and aspirations, even if it means distancing themselves from the institution of marriage. Number 12, the pursuit of personal mastery and self-actualization. Sigma males are often deeply invested in the journey towards self-improvement and the realization of their fullest potential. This quest for personal mastery encompasses a wide range of endeavors: intellectual pursuits, physical fitness, spiritual growth, and the development of unique skills and talents. For many Sigma males, marriage is seen as a diversion from this path, a commitment that could dilute their focus and divert resources away from their personal goals. They fear that the compromises and negotiations inherent in a marital relationship could stifle their growth and hinder their pursuit of self-actualization. Instead, Sigma males choose to invest their time and energy into personal endeavors that promise to enrich their lives and expand their understanding of the world. This relentless pursuit of growth and mastery is not born out of selfishness, but from a deep-seated belief that one must first become the fullest version of oneself before one can truly offer anything of value to others. Number 11, a profound sense of individualism and the desire for authenticity. Sigma males are characterized by their strong sense of individualism and a deep desire for authenticity in all aspects of their lives. They often view marriage, with its societal expectations and conventional roles, as a potential threat to their individuality and a constraint on their ability to live authentically. Sigma males value relationships that are built on genuine understanding and mutual respect for each other's uniqueness, rather than those confined by traditional norms and expectations. This desire for authenticity extends to their approach to life, where they seek to carve out a path that is true to their values and beliefs rather than conforming to societal pressures. The prospect of entering into a marriage that does not align with these principles can seem like a compromise too great to bear, leading many Sigma males to avoid marriage altogether in favor of maintaining their independence and integrity. Number 10, embracing solitude over compromise. Sigma males prize their autonomy and the freedom to live life on their own terms. This deep-seated value often leads them to eschew marriage, viewing it not as a milestone to be achieved but as a potential constraint on their independence. In a society that heralds marriage as the epitome of personal success and fulfillment, Sigma males stand apart, questioning the validity of this narrative. They see solitude not as loneliness but as a cherished state of being, where they can pursue their passions, cultivate their intellect, and engage in self-reflection without the encumbrances of compromise and adjustment that marriage often demands. For Sigma males, the decision to remain unmarried is not a rejection of companionship, but an affirmation of their commitment to a life unencumbered by societal expectations, where personal growth and freedom take precedence over conforming to traditional relational paradigms. Number 9, financial independence and the avoidance of legal entanglements. Sigma males often prioritize financial independence and the freedom it affords them to navigate life according to their own principles. The prospect of marriage introduces potential legal and financial complexities that can threaten this independence. Alimony, shared assets, and the potential for divorce proceedings are viewed not just as risks but as direct challenges to the autonomy Sigma males hold dear. This pragmatic approach to their finances extends to their view of marriage as an institution that can, at times, be more binding and restrictive than it is liberating. Sigma males tend to weigh the benefits of marriage against the freedom to invest, spend, and save according to their own vision for the future, often concluding that the scales tip in favor of maintaining their financial and legal autonomy. Number 8, men are often loved based on conditions. It might be hard to accept, but the truth is that usually only women and children are loved without conditions. Men tend to be loved based on what they can provide, like money, emotional support, or their role in society. Their worth is often seen in what they offer, not who they are. Sigma males believe that love should go beyond material things and shallow expectations. They look for real connections that are based on respect, being genuine, and having common beliefs. And they are choosing to stay away from marriage and having kids because they don't want love that's based on material conditions. Number 7, taking more risks for fewer rewards. In a world where taking risks often leads to minimal rewards, Sigma males have a clear view of the reality behind traditional relationships. They notice the potential for pain and disappointment that lies beneath. For Sigma males, avoiding relationships isn't about being afraid to commit or not having enough love. It's about recognizing the big risks that come with modern relationships, especially now when divorces are becoming more common and it's hard to find trust. They choose not to jeopardize their emotional health. They see that marriages today don't always mean love and stability. Promises don't hold as much weight, and there's no certainty that relationships will last. So, they wonder, how can you raise a child well in such an uncertain world? Number 6, modern women are steering clear of long-term commitments. The times when women were seen as the mainstay of a long-term relationship are over. In the current dating world, things are different. Women now have more options and freedom, so they're shying away from long-term commitments. They're not interested in getting married, having children, or entering into long-term partnerships. And this shift isn't just a passing phase, it's a significant change in how dating works nowadays. This trend puts Sigma males in a difficult position. They don't want to play dating games or settle for less than what they deserve. So, when a Sigma male finds himself in a dating scene that favors quick, short-term connections over deep, lasting relationships, he decides to step away from the conventional path of starting a family. Number 5, modern women take charge. Nowadays, many women prefer their partners to follow their instructions closely and give up their independence. However, Sigma males stand out because they are natural leaders who prioritize their freedom and uniqueness above all. They won't submit to anyone's demands, particularly in their personal lives. These women often engage in power struggles within relationships, and a relationship where one person has all the control usually doesn't end well. It's not that Sigma males want to be in charge, they believe in having a balanced relationship. They desire mutual respect, understanding, and joint effort to build a healthy and meaningful relationship. Their unwillingness to be controlled by anyone, especially modern women who aim to dominate and manipulate, leads them to avoid marriage and starting a family. Number 4, the impact of online dating and the hookup culture. Dating apps and the hookup culture have transformed relationships into something more casual, akin to games. Women are browsing through potential partners, treating them as mere options in a playful manner. Empowered by these platforms, women are now free to pursue their desires without being tied down by the expectations of traditional relationships. They're engaging with men purely for enjoyment, with no plans to commit to the responsibilities that traditionally come with marriage and raising a family. This shift in dating dynamics makes the idea of marriage and having children less appealing. On the flip side, a Sigma male seeks authenticity and depth in his connections. He has little interest in fleeting encounters or short-term engagements. He's in search of genuine, meaningful relationships. If this quest leads him away from the path of marriage or conventional partnerships, then he's willing to take that step. The reason is clear: he refuses to be just another name on a long list of suitors, lined up for temporary moments of intimacy. For Sigma males, it's not about accumulating experiences, it's about finding a connection that's real and lasting, even if it means redefining what relationships mean to them in today's world. Number 3, learning from others' mistakes. Sigma males are choosing not to pursue marriage, children, and other societal expectations because they've witnessed too many negative outcomes. They've seen marriages crumble, parents battle over who gets the kids, and the financial strain of raising a family in an increasingly unpredictable world. They're determined not to become another sad story, a warning to others about what happens when you sacrifice your own joy to meet society's demands. They're not willing to trade their freedom for a marriage license, a house, and a family. They refuse to be tied down to a life they never chose simply because it's expected of them. Despite facing judgment and criticism, Sigma males remain firm in their decision to step away from a predetermined path. They won't compromise on finding true happiness and staying authentic to who they are, even if it means breaking away from conventional norms. Number 2, multi-dating and Sigma males. Sigma males prioritize commitment, trust, and stability in their relationships. They carefully invest their time and emotions, aiming for a deep connection and a significant partnership. However, encountering women who date multiple people at once is a clear deal breaker for them. It's as if a woman spends a wonderful day with you, but then spends the night with someone else, which feels like a betrayal of trust. A Sigma male won't spend their energy on someone who doesn't genuinely care for them. They refuse to be just another option on a woman's dating roster because they recognize their value. They stand for nothing less than true honesty and commitment in a relationship. Number 1. Incompatibility issues for Sigma males. Sigma males often struggle to find partners who truly match their pace. They aren't searching for someone to dominate them or to fit into traditional gender roles. Instead, they seek a partner who stimulates them mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Unfortunately, in today's world where surface-level connections are common, finding such deep relationships is challenging. Sigma males are not against being in a relationship. They are very selective about who they let into their lives. They yearn for profound, meaningful connections with individuals who truly understand and accept them for who they are. If they can't find companionship that meets their standards, they're perfectly content to go it alone. They'd rather focus on their personal interests, explore the world, and live life on their own terms. Thank you for your attention. You can now become a member of the channel by clicking the join button under this video.